All right, welcome to our Sunday night team call. I am Carly, and I'm the CEO and founder of Team Root to Rise. I've been coaching for like 4 years now. Wow, some of you guys have like really cool backgrounds on your Zoom. How do you do that? Mo is in the tropics, and Stephanie is like in the galaxy? What? I didn't even know you could do that. Okay, so side note, girl brain, hello. Okay, try and focus. Pretending she's in Punta Cana, sad face. Where was I going with that? I don't even know. Okay, let's just get started because clearly I drank too much Energize. Oh, that's what I want to talk about. So Mixed Berry Energize is launching tomorrow. Is Leanna on this call? Leanna? Hello? Can you unmute yourself and tell us how it is? I don't know if she's on this call. Maybe she is. She's been able to try it. Perks of being an elite coach. I haven't been able to try it yet because we live in a mountain town and shipping sucks here. But eventually I'll be able to try it. I think like on Tuesday. But what I'm doing is I'm ordering a tub, obviously, for myself tomorrow. It should be live at like 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I'm ordering a thing for myself, and then I'm ordering stick packets. And when you order the stick packets, I think there's like 30 or 32 that come in it. And then I'm going to use those as like giveaways for clients or new coaches that sign up the next month or so. So again, making sure that you're leading from the front, especially with launches, your team will do what you do. So do the new programs, try the new products. It's basically how we invest in our business. Guys, people spend like thousands of dollars on rent a month. There's this one yoga studio that I used to live near, and they spent 10 grand a month in rent for the building. 10 grand. Are you guys listening to my, hold on, let me mute this for a second. My computer's freaking out. Can you guys still hear that sound? Is it really annoying? Hey. Sorry guys, one sec. My computer's doing that thing where it like crackles.
You want to just have me log in real quick?
Yeah, but I have my presentation on mute.
Share the screen from there and talk from here.
Oh yeah, I guess I could do that. Okay, sorry guys, one sec. Oh, do you think, I think you guys would still hear it. It's literally like my computer is like making noise like out of the computer. Yeah, I don't know why it does it. But usually sometimes it dies down. I like lifted it up off of, yeah, I lifted it up on a book, so maybe it's gonna cool down. You guys still hear it now? Sorry guys, okay. It's gotten a little bit quieter. Okay, let me know if it's really bad. I'll keep the chat open. Where was I going with that? I don't even know. Okay, let's start this call. So I'm gonna share my screen because I have a little presentation. Okay, yeah, let's see if this works. Okay, I think it's calming down a bit. Okay, so getting new coaches started right. I'm super excited for this call because I feel like I've been kind of like all over the place with my onboarding process for new coaches. And I feel like maybe just in the past like month or two, I've really done just a few small little tweaks that have really helped me. And I think it's also helped my new coaches. But then there's also things that I've always said like from day one that I just want to make sure that you guys are implementing. And then I think I'm just going to start this call by saying that like, or just like as a reminder, like these are things that work for me. And obviously like I can only speak from a place where like I have experience from. So if you do something else that is working super, super amazing for your coaches and how you onboard people, like keep doing what you're doing. This isn't like a call where I'm like, you should totally revamp and do what I do. Like if what you're doing is working, amazing. But also like being mature enough and like being like a business owner and knowing that like we constantly need to be auditing ourselves and asking ourselves, you know, am I, you know, seeing growth in my coaches? Am I seeing my coaches advance to Emerald? Or am I seeing my coaches, you know, dive into a coaching leadership role? Like, is there something that I can tweak? So maybe taking something from this and just using that like one little thing. And again, being mature enough as a business owner to say, you know, okay, maybe I need to switch it up and maybe I can again implement these tools. But again, I can only speak from my experience. So getting new coaches started right. So first and foremost, I wanted to start with this. What is a new coach? I think a lot of the times, and I've seen this in the team page before, we kind of like label people as like a discount customer or like a coach, even though they're both coaches, right? So what is a coach? A coach is someone who signed up with a coach account, period. I don't care if they sign up to do 80-day obsession and they just want to be a part of your fitness group. I don't care if they sign up as a coach and they want to build a multi-million-dollar business, insert the Beachbody income disclaimer. Wherever they fall on the spectrum, someone who signed up with a coach account is a coach, has the same exact tools as anybody else in this entire network to build an amazing business or just utilize the coach discount for the rest of their life, right? But I want you guys to really think about the fact that like the reason they signed up is irrelevant, because regardless, they have a coach account and they have the same tools as someone who signed up like for the business or someone who signed up just for the fitness in the community, right? And I really want to challenge you guys to not decide what steps they do or don't take. When I signed up to join Jamie's fitness group, I didn't even know I wanted to be a coach back then. She announced me as a coach and she plugged me into Team Fight to Finish. She gave me this new coach onboarding process and all these steps that I could start with. And I didn't even know that I wanted to become a coach or do those coaching behaviors. I just wanted to dive into a fitness group and commit to my own fitness routine because like I was teaching yoga and wasn't even practicing yoga and totally just not practicing what I was preaching. So again, maybe this is the point where you're like, whoa, red flag, like I totally label people and I don't even give my discount coaches the ability to take coaching actions or coaching steps until they reach out to me and say that they want to do that. Okay. And I think a lot of people don't see success in this business because their upline coach labels them and decides what steps they do or don't take. And I really want you guys to not be afraid of giving people like too much information or adding people into too many groups. People will decide what they dive into. People will decide what resources they use and don't use. But I think by you not even giving them the opportunity to take coaching steps, it automatically kind of tells them that they are not able or they are not good enough to take those first steps as a coach, right? And like hitting Emerald, getting your mom to do a workout program with you, that's like the first step, right? And that's not something that you need a degree for. That's not something that you need to go through a new coach training for. That's just something that you need to know that you are able to do that. And I think a lot of times people will sign up discount coaches and they won't even tell them that they have the ability to do that. And some of my quickest growing coaches and my coaches who hit Emerald in a week after they decide that they just want to be a client in my fitness group are the people where I just given them those tools and they've decided to dive into it. Okay, so just remembering the definition of a coach is someone who signed up with a coach account, period. There's no really such thing as like a discount coach or a discount VIP member. Like everybody who signs up with a coach account has the same opportunity as you did to dive into coaching behaviors. Okay, before I dive into any more of that, I just wanted to do like a little side note. This is something that I've been talking to a lot of my new coaches with over the past couple months, and I've really challenged them, even on our like, you know, getting started right calls, to create a video and really talk about their story and using that as a tool to talk to their clients. So a video really is a vital piece in me getting my clients excited and committed, whether I'm talking in DMs or I'm talking in email. When our conversation kind of transitions to talking about a fitness group or what I do as a coach or how I get my girls results, I default to this video because it helps me work smarter, not harder. And it really helps me share my story and not the facts, because newsflash, facts don't sell. A story sells, right? People aren't going to commit to people are going to commit to the experience that you've had with these products, not the products themselves, right? So this is literally what I say when our conversation kind of transitions, or if someone fills out my form. I just say, hey girl, I actually have a super quick 8-minute video that explains more about my virtual boot camps and why they're so successful. Would you be willing to take a second to watch it? 9 out of 10 times people always say yes, because literally all they have to do is watch a video. And it's really easy for me to, again, share my story. That's why I love using the video. And that's why, again, it is so helpful for me to work smarter, not harder, because I don't have to type out all of like the things over and over again. And again, they create like a relationship with me and what I stand for and what I provide as a coach, because at the end of the day, you as a coach, us, we're the most valuable piece of the puzzle, right? Shakeology would sit in the bag if it wasn't for coaches. The DVDs of fitness programs 10 years ago, before the coaching network launched, the DVDs were sitting on shelves because no one was excited to use them and no one wanted to dive in because no one was holding each other accountable, right? So you as the coach are the most important piece of the puzzle. So if you can get yourself and your excitement and your story about your experience with the amazing products that we use in front of your potential client, I think that that's what seals the deal. And guys, like, I'm not trying to brag, but like 7 out of 10 times people watch this video, I get this response: I'm in, where do I sign up? It's not, okay, I'll read over this PDF, or I'll read over your 5 paragraphs about all the things that you just listed over to me and now I'm overwhelmed and now I don't even know where to start. They say, I'm in. I see your excitement. And I mean, obviously this video, like, I bring the freaking heat. I think I chugged Energize before I filmed this, but it is me laying out my experience. It's not laying out the challenge pack. It's laying out literally why these groups were so valuable, how I was struggling with, balancing 5 jobs, working as a full-time yoga teacher, not having time to commit to myself, and the fact that this was the only thing that I can commit to long-term. And here's why. Because there were other people doing it alongside me, because that accountability group absolutely changed my life. And I saw all of these women coming together, and that community piece was what forced me into continuing to hit my goals and actually complete a program. And talking about the community over a text message or a paragraph in an Instagram DM, I don't really know if that's as beneficial as a video. I know a lot of my diamond coaches, they also use voice memos. So whatever you can do to share your excitement, whether it's verbally or in a video like this, I really want you guys to challenge yourselves to do this. And again, just try it. Maybe you try a video for a month, and if it doesn't work for you, you can go back to doing whatever else you were doing. But I would really challenge you guys to try to do a video, because it works so well for me. I'll revamp it and refilm it like every couple months. Or if I have like a really specific program or a really specific group I'm launching, I'll refilm a video for that specific group. And it's just such a good way for me to just, again, convey and transfer that energy instead of facts. Okay, the other thing about how I sign my people up is, obviously, I'm kind of doing this call because we all know that committing to the coach piece creates a long-term commitment, right? From the get-go, I really instill in my clients and challenge my clients to commit as a coach, because I want them to look at this as a lifestyle. I don't want them to look at this as another 21-day, ebook challenge that they bought off Instagram from some fitness personal trainer guru, right? I really want them to look at this as a sustainable lifestyle that they're going to commit to past just the 21 days, past just the 30 days. So when we go through the facts and we talk about how we're excited for them to sign up, this is what I say. And again, you can convey this through a voice memo, or you can convey this through text. I convey it through text. So I'm just going to read this to you guys just so you guys can kind of like hear it. So I'll say, awesome, babe, I'm so excited to get you plugged into our crew and get started alongside you. Okay, so there are 2 ways to sign up, and they both cost the same amount. First option, and I'll shout out Lindsay. She was the one that recommended me do the coach discount sign up option first instead of second. I think Gina told me to do this too, but I switched them because at first I was doing the regular sign up and then explaining the coach discount sign up second. But I think this way is better. But I'll just do, okay, first option is the coach discount sign up, which I always recommend. After you pay for your starter pack, you pay $15 a month, starting in month 2, and you get 25% off any future purchases: Shakeology, Energize, nutrition programs, supplements, etc. I always recommend this because it is a lifestyle change, so you'll want to go further than the 30 days. No obligations, you can cancel anytime. With this option, you are able to earn some extra income, meet my team of girls if that's something you're interested in as well, but there are no obligations to work the business. Totally up to you. Let me know either way, and I'll get you the link based on your choice. Or, oh, I didn't transfer this right. This is supposed to be underneath here. Second option, regular sign up, $160 up front, but you pay full price going forward on Shakeology or any other purchases if you decide you want anything. I would say 7 or 8 times out of 10, they always choose the coach discount sign up. I think a lot of the times when I'm sharing this, it's already after I shared that video and they already know, love, and trust me because they feel like they know me as a person because I conveyed that video. I just didn't spit more facts at them. But again, I get a lot of people signed up just that way with the coach discount sign up and explaining it that way. I had a couple other, I asked the diamond coaches like what their kind of verbiage was for it. And a lot of them explained it as like the coach discount sign up is like a Costco membership, or the coach discount sign up is like an Amazon membership where you pay like yearly for those discounts or that prime shipping all year long. Okay. So let's say they signed up as a discount coach. This is something, and this is kind of what I really want to focus on. This is something that I include in their initial welcome email, even if they're just a client wanting to sign up for the discount, right? So this isn't the only thing that I share in my Getting Started Right email or my welcome email to a new client. But I say along with my Getting Started Right guide and plugging them into the fitness group and giving them a link to my 2020 Sweat Studio, I share these steps at the bottom of the email, regardless if they've shared that they're interested in coaching or not. And then if they don't sign up as a coach and they don't choose the discount coach option, I literally just omit this piece from the email. But I send this piece of the email on the bottom every single time to every single client that signs up as a discount coach. And I kind of used this little sentence, and I've been using this for the past couple months because I really want to encourage them that like, this is not scary. This is so easy. And if you want to, earn back your investment that you just made, invite a couple of family members or friends to get healthy with you. So I just say, ready to jump into coaching or want to get your fitness pack paid for by inviting a few friends or family members to commit with you. Here's the steps. So in these steps, I say, please make sure to add me as a friend on Facebook and send me 3 fun facts you want the team to know about you, and then I'll introduce you. I give them the links to the 2 team pages. So this is the Team Root to Rise page, and then this is just my PS Coaches page. And then this is my big change. So I know a lot of you guys still do the Thinkific course that I so graciously probably spent 10 hours of my life making. But I really decided this year that like I really wanted to focus on simplicity because keeping it simple is duplicatable, and we have so many resources for us like at our own fingertips in the Coach Online Office that I just really wanted to make it as simple and attainable for anybody to do as possible. So I've actually just kind of thrown out that whole Thinkific course. If you use that course with your coaches, like I'm not saying that it's like wrong to use, that's just not what I use anymore. And all I tell them to do to get started is log into your Coach Online Office at teambeachbody.com. So they're already taking coaching steps and knowing where their Coach Online Office is. Click on Coach, click on Coach Office. Once you're in the Coach Office, you'll click on Trainings. You'll click on the Getting Started box and you'll work your way through the 5 videos in the folder. Guys, these 5 videos in the folder are like gold. It tells them what Success Club is. It shows them how to create a bod group. It tells them how to invite people and what to say. It tells them how easy it can be to get their first couple of clients started by just asking some friends and family to commit to a healthy lifestyle with you. Not freaking scary, right? There's so many amazing good videos inside the Coach Online Office, and they all range from like 3 to 10 minutes. So they're so easy. And I've had new coaches or even new clients literally within 24 hours, like ping me back and be like, okay, I did like the first 5 videos. I'm ready to set up a one-on-one call. So my 6th step is once you're done, message me on Facebook so we can set up a one-on-one call. Or what I used to do when I wasn't onboarding as many coaches as I do now, I used to just say, hey, text me. Here's my cell phone number. And let me know when you're done so we can set up a one-on-one call or Getting Started Right call. Let me take a sip of my Energize 1 second. So this is at the end of my email. Super simple, and I don't really talk about it. I don't say that they have to do this. It's just an option at the end of the email once they've done like their Getting Started Right packet and plugged into my fitness group. Okay, I added in this slide like super last minute because I just really wanted to talk about this. I wanted to, I'll go into like my next step on my coach onboarding process on the next slide, but I just wanted to talk about this. So I think it's really important to remember that like we set up the rules for our boot camps and our business. And I always think there's kind of 2 ways to go about this, because obviously like when you're recruiting mostly, or when you're adding your new clients as coaches most of the time, naturally like people are going to go in and out of active because you just have more coaches in your back office. But I think there's 2 ways that you can look at this. So first way, if you're struggling with a lot of coaches going inactive, you have permission to set standards for your boot camps. Like I see so many of you guys like running insanely cool, creative boot camps, and you're going like above and beyond with like the value, the community, the friendships, and the relationships that you're creating in those groups. And by me saying that, I'm also saying that it's okay to have requirements for your girls to stay in there. I think that like requirements, I think add this extra level of accountability, and it also really encourages them to put more skin in the game. And I always think that when I see coaches investing, obviously we all know if you're investing in something every single month, you're more likely to show up and do the things, right? Versus if you're just inactive and you're not investing in anything, all of a sudden the value of Beachbody On Demand, the value of the community that you're involved in, it drops like 10 notches because you're like, well, this is free and it's a free coach and it's a free Facebook group and it's a free community that I'm part of. So I'll just like check in when I want to. Like, you guys are allowed to set standards in your group. So maybe your standard for your clients is they have to be active in the back office in order for them to be in there. I was on a mastermind call with an 11-star diamond coach. She has like 2,000 followers on Instagram. And she's like, yeah, I sign every single person up as a coach. And they know that if they go inactive, I will be sending them a message and they will be kicked out of my boot camp. Like, she just sets that standard and elevates like the space of her groups, and really just requires them to level up alongside her. And that's just always been the requirement since people have joined her boot camps. Maybe your requirement is they have to sign up as a coach if they want to be in the group past the 30 days. You guys have freedom to do whatever you want and create whatever types of rules for membership in your groups that you want, okay? So maybe that's something that you can tweak if you have like a lot of inactive coaches in your back office, but they're still like, you know, jumping into your groups and doing all the things, but you're like, hey, like, I don't coach for free. Like, here's my membership requirement, okay? The other part of that, and then this is like complete other side of the spectrum, which is kind of more my mentality of it, just because I think I recruit at a little bit higher numbers. I tell them, I remind people that, you know, when people sign up as a coach, they signed up for the discount to help them. Okay, they signed up as a coach to help them and help them save money. Obviously, we know you're going to save money if you sign up as a coach, and they signed up as a coach to save money. So technically, they don't really owe it to you or your business to like remain active. Okay, they don't owe it to you to be an active coach, especially if you didn't set these rules or regulations when you added them in. Does that make sense? They signed up for the discount to help themselves, not to help you, not to help your rank, not to help like the amount of coaches you have on your team. Like, it's not for you. You signed them up as a coach to help them, right? So the only thing that we can really control is bringing on and helping new people. And that's really my mentality in my business. But again, two totally different ends of the spectrum, and maybe some things you guys can think about to help you. Okay, so let's say the coach or the new client or coach finished the 5 videos and messaged me and said, hey, I'm ready for my one-on-one call. So when they're ready for the one-on-one call, I schedule it with them. I find a time that works for them. And then before we pop onto the call, but we have like our scheduled meeting and date, and we found a time that works for each other, I just send them something like this. And again, I kind of do this so that I don't hop on the call and then never hear from them again, because I've spent way too many times hopping on a call with a new coach, and then we get off Zoom and they never post on Instagram and they never do anything and they never help anybody. And we literally, like, it's literally 30 minutes of my life, like, completely wasted, because I'm like, you had no skin in the game and I required you to take no action. And honestly, it pisses me off. So the last 2 months, I've kind of done this little switch that has said, hey, I'm ready to hop on a call with you, but by the way, I want to make sure that you have an intro or coming out post shared on your Instagram before you show up on the Zoom call with me. And then I just make it super casual because they're excited about it. I say, I'll just shoot you some examples. Just make sure at the end you share a call to action. Most of the time, a transformation is the best thing to share alongside it. And then I actually just have this album saved in my photos on my phone. And it's just a whole bunch of examples of like coming out or like introduction posts or transformation posts that coaches have shared when they first become a coach. So again, I hop on the Zoom call with them and they've already shared this. They already have people liking that post that they shared. They already have kind of like this influx of like interest from people. And then we can dive into, you know, how they're going to reach out to them, or the people that they can get started with right away and how they can hit Emerald, all those things. But again, it's a give and take relationship, and encouraging them to, again, like, I will show up on a call with you and I will give you 30 minutes of my time, but like, you're going to have to walk a little bit towards me too, because I don't want to sit on the call and be like, okay, like saying the same things over and over and over again. Does that make sense? So this is something that has really, really helped my coaches take action and really start doing the things instead of just learning the things. Okay, so after that, let's say we hop on a one-on-one call. The one-on-one calls are super casual, you guys. So I don't have like anything crazy that I talk about. But I really leave it open to them like the first couple minutes of the call. And I say, what questions do you have for me? I just kind of connect and get to know them, where they live, kind of their life story or whatever. So I keep it super casual. And then I just say, what questions do you have for me? And I kind of throw it back to them, because what I don't want is a new coach being like, okay, I'm ready for you to teach me everything, because like they just watched the 5 videos in the back office. They know everything that they need to do. They took action by posting on their Instagram. They don't need me to explain anything. I can answer questions if they want, but like they have every single tool that they need to start seeing success in their business and taking action ASAP. So I really leave it open, and I throw the ball again back in their court, and I'm like, okay, what questions do you have for me? And then once questions have kind of, calmed down, maybe they only have like 1 or 2 questions. I'm not saying they like always have like a million questions, but again, setting that posture of like, okay, like we're on a one-on-one call, like what questions do you have for me? And I expect them to have like written down questions like ready to go. Okay, so then I just dive into the super simple things, and I start on the things that are going to show them those quick wins like right away. So the first thing I talk about is Emerald, and I always tell them they should be Emerald by the following Thursday. I really set a standard where it's like Emerald is not scary. And by you saying that you can do it by next Thursday, you're literally telling them how hard or easy it can be by creating those expectations, right? So if you say Emerald by the end of the month, they're going to be like, okay, I'm going to try to hit Emerald by the end of the month. But like we all know Emerald can happen in like 30 minutes, right? So setting those expectations early and just saying, hey, like you can do this. Let's set Emerald as your goal date for next Thursday. I explained to them obviously like why Emerald is important, but I don't really go into too much detail on it because I then refer to the new coach checklist that I send them after our one-on-one call, which I'll get to in a second. So I talked a little bit about Emerald. I talked to them about how, it's them officially opening up their business, and they should hit Emerald by the following Thursday. Super casual. They can totally do it. Who are 2 people that they already know, love, and trust, who would want to commit to a healthy lifestyle with them? And then I also follow that up with just talking to them about Success Starter. So how you can basically hit both simultaneously. If you're hitting Emerald, you're hitting, probably Success Club 4, and then you help 1 more person, and you're already at Success Club, and you're already at month 1 Success Starter. If you guys don't know what Success Starter is, and maybe I'll just dive into this just for a minute. So if you're a new coach and you hit Success Club 3 out of your first 6 months as a coach, you get a free ticket to Summit, which is our annual coaching event. And you also get access to any test groups, which I know there's a girl on this call that is getting in a test group or already is in the test group. You also get invited to the test group. So any new fitness program that's launching, and obviously like Beachbody launches like 3 to 4 new programs a year. You get to go through the program before it's launched to the public, and you get to work with the trainer in a private Facebook group with other qualifiers who got to be in that test group. So I really ramped that up and talked to them about how, that's a really, really awesome marketing strategy for you. So definitely push for Success Starter in your business. And again, Success Starter rules and regulations, they changed this year. It used to be you had to hit Success Club your first 3 months as a coach. Now it's any 3 out of your first 6 months as a coach. But again, I kind of just set that expectation of like, if you want to build this business, Success Club covers your costs. Like if you're not hitting Success Club, you're paying to work this business, right? So hitting Success Club is like a necessity. It gives you a little bit of money in your back pocket, but like not a ton. And then anything past that, again, is you creating an income. So I say, Success Club, again, I dumb it down and make it very, very attainable. And it's just a natural expectation. So those are the only 2 things that I really talk about. And then again, I get them into action after the call. So after the new coach call, I send them a link to this new coach checklist, which I'll give you guys the link to this after this call. And then I also, something that I've been newly implementing is I send them the link to this new coach checklist, which they've already basically like checked off so many of these already. And so I say, start on step 5, let's hit Emerald by next Thursday. There's 2 videos in here that teach you how, and then we can set a goal date for Diamond. So again, I'm already like, you're going to hit Emerald, we're going to focus on Diamond. And then the other thing I do is I tag them in the Success Club document in Team Root to Rise. So I help them focus on the things that will help them see a first win in their business. So I tag them in the Success Club document because then they'll see a whole bunch of other coaches who are hitting Success Club doing the things. And then obviously they assume that like, that's the norm, right? We hit Success Club in our business. We update that document throughout the month because our role as coaches is to help people. So again, it gets them focused on the things that are going to give them a quick win in their business. It's going to help them earn money, week 1 of coaching, right? So tagging them in the Success Club document has been kind of a cool thing to make sure that they have an eyeball on like from day 1. And again, I'll give you guys the link to this new coach checklist so you guys can utilize it as well. All right, so that's my onboarding system. Pretty simple. But I just want to kind of touch on these 3 things because by making your onboarding process simple like this, Number one, it becomes duplicatable for your own coaches to teach their coaches. The things that I just talked about are not hard, they're not scary, and they're already set up for you in the Coach Online office, right? It's so, so simple. It also prioritizes your time for the people who are willing to actually take action, right? If you have a new coach sign up and you just get them on a one-on-one call, you're gonna end up teaching them how to access the new coach trainings in the back office. And then you're gonna teach them about how to hit Emerald, and you're gonna teach them how to create this Instagram post. When in reality, they can do those things by themselves. Once they get on the call, like, let's set some goals for action. Let's connect and really get to know each other, because that relationship piece, I think, is really what solidifies the deal, right? So number two, it prioritizes your time for the people who are willing to actually take action. And then the third thing is, by having a simple system, I think it really makes you more confident in inviting and onboarding clients and coaches. If you have this really intricate onboarding system, or like you do one-on-one, like hour-long calls with every single new coach that signs up, like I would be petrified to sign up any more than like 4 coaches a month, right? Versus with this, I'm like, here are all the things that you can do to take action from day one. I'm here if you need me, but like you're gonna have to give me a little in order for me to give you a little. And like, that's business, guys. Again, like, we're not running a sorority. We're not running like a friendship club. Like, this is a business. And if they, like, your time is extremely valuable. So in order for them to get a piece of your time, they have to at least, and I'm not asking them to, go hit success content their first month. I'm just asking them to make a post on Instagram. It's very simple. But like, if your new coach is not willing to make a post on Instagram, like, I don't think that they deserve your time. I don't think that they deserve you sitting on Zoom and like scheduling out half an hour of your day to like work through their insecurities on like why they can't share an Instagram post. That's my personal opinion. So by having a system that's simple like this, again, it makes you more confident in inviting and onboarding clients and coaches. Again, this is what I share with all of my new coaches and all of my new clients, whether they signed up as like a discount coach or like a working coach. So those are the things, 3 things you can kind of focus on. And then again, I just kind of wanted to add this slide because I do really feel like it's important to remember that I believe other tools are important for continued action. I believe that you can't just get a one-on-one call, they're going to hit Emerald, and then next month they're going to hit Diamond. Like, that's not the way it works. You need to continually be mentoring your coaches and giving them access to you in ways that help you work smarter, not harder, but also give them like steps to continue to take action as a new coach. It's not like I, sign up a new coach, we do a one-on-one call, and I'm like, okay, bye, hit Success Club for the rest of your life. Like later, like that's not how it works. So making sure that you're doing other things each month to really help your coaches see success in a way that's helping you work smarter, not harder. So again, maybe like a Diamond Dash group. Me and Leanna and a handful of other elite coaches last month, we hosted a Diamond Dash group. I have a message thread with all of like my working coaches. And as my coaches hit Emerald, or my new coaches hit Emerald, I add them into our Level Up 2020 chat. It's literally always going off the chain. Like there's so many, like this is like literally a screenshot from today. It's like people are always asking each other questions, answering each other's questions. It's an awesome place, and I'm sure so many of you guys have already implemented this, but it's a place for them to, again, work with each other. And then if I need to like share something specifically with my coaches who I know are really pushing their businesses forward, I can go in there and share a voice memo, or I can answer a question that someone's stuck on. This uploaded weird, but I've also been implementing Q&As inside the Team Root to Rise team page. So every other Sunday, I'll create this space where people can literally just hop onto Zoom and I'll answer any questions that you guys have. So if you haven't hopped on one of those, I'd love to see you on a Q&A. They've been super awesome the last couple times I posted them. I also just started implementing a Q&A in my sweat studio or in my fitness group. And again, it's just a time where clients can hop on and ask me any questions. The fourth thing that I've been doing is with like up and coming leaders or new diamond coaches. I've been hosting a new coach mentorship. So this is month 2 of my new coach mentorship. I'm hosting it with Crystal and Alexis, and it's awesome. And again, it's for, brand new coaches or coaches who are just starting to work the business. It's 3 weeks long each month. We host a couple of live trainings, live power hours on Thursday, and then business building checks on Friday. It's not a ton of work because I co-host it with them. But again, it encourages my new and upcoming leaders to take more leadership roles and really help their coaches advance. And then it also is a place for me to, work with my new coaches and help them see success. So again, outside of the things that I just shared, you do need to continue to ask yourself, what am I doing to continue to add and value and encourage and help my coaches each month? And you have to be creative with that as well. So that is my onboarding process. Hopefully I didn't go too fast for you guys, but hopefully that was helpful. How was that for you guys? Does anybody have like any specific questions? I didn't look at the chat at all. Okay, good. That was helpful. Sweet. Good. Oh, good. It was dope. Anybody have any questions about it? You guys are gonna really love me tonight. I went all out. I created a Google Doc with I know you guys like can't obviously like copy like the things that I shared. So I created a Google Doc like with the things that I just shared in there. So you can go and use like those types of like scripts that I just shared. Obviously make them your own. There's a link in this Google Doc to the new coach checklist. So if you wanna grab that checklist or make a copy of it, make your own. Oh, okay, Shannon asked, do you still send discount coaches that info if they've told you up front they're not interested in working the business? Yes, because if they don't want to read it, they don't have to. I really, really challenge you guys to give this to everyone. I will literally have clients sign up to do a fitness program. We have never once ever talked about coaching. And I had a girl last week, she's like, so I'm halfway to Emerald. And I'm like, what? Like, it's crazy. Like, we all know that like coaching is the best accountability tool for you to keep going towards your goals, right? So like if they can lump that together and understand that like coaching behaviors are what help their consistency behaviors in their own fitness journey, like that is like the golden ticket to see success, I think, like in your own fitness journey, not just your business. And so if we can just teach how not scary it is, I think that is like what will really like help you push your business forward, but it'll also just like help your clients. Yeah, literally. Some people think it's a part of the boot camp. That's what Leah said. How often do you host new coach mentorships if you're onboarding coaches every month? So I host one every month. How do you explain to your new coaches to get their new clients signed up as coaches? Well, they just do what I do. So it's kind of just like an expectation, I guess. And then obviously like I'll be monitoring my back office. Like if I see people signing them up as clients, I'll maybe like send them a voice memo on Facebook. And I'll just be like, hey girl, like I saw like you know, hit SC4, like that's freaking amazing. You should get them signed up as a coach since like that's what you did. And obviously it's going to help them save money in the long term. I think that helps. But obviously like some people won't sign up as discount coaches, like that's okay. And those people I'll just keep like an extra eye on in my boot camps. And you know, when they're crushing it, like I'll just send them a voice memo and say like, hey girl, like you should totally upgrade to like the coach option. You're going to save money on your supplements, you know, Mix Berry Energize is launching tomorrow. And obviously like your results are insane. Like I'm sure you have a friend or family member that would want to jump in with you. If you have clients in your boot camps, not coaches, how do you make it mandatory for them to stay active? So then you can just, you know, Jamie does this and she just says like, you just have to place a new order every 5 weeks. And it's just, and she opens up like a new boot camp every single month. So it's a lot easier for her to monitor that. I think with me, it would be kind of difficult because mine's like an ongoing group. And I know some of you guys do ongoing groups as well. But yeah, you would just have to like monitor the orders, or you could just do like the trust system. Like I went into my fitness group last month and I was like, guys, like it's the end of the month. You guys are freaking crushing it. I'm just going to challenge you guys, like keep investing in your nutrition. And I also said, hey, by the way, I'm your free freaking coach. I create this free freaking community for you. And it's a direct representation in whether I'm doing well or not, if you're going to continue on your subscription orders. And I just straight up say that. No one walks into a yoga studio and is like, give me a free class. Let me join your yoga studio for free for the rest of the year. Like people would think that you are certifiably insane if you said that. So it's like, it's okay to say, hey, I value my time. I value this group. And I hope that you would reciprocate that value, right? Yeah, order every 5 weeks. And maybe it's just like an order. Maybe it's not for them to stay active. Maybe it's just like, try something. Because we all know when we're investing in something monthly, like I need to get through my Shakeology every month, or I know that I have been crappy with my nutrition. Like if I have like a bag that still has Shakeology in it at the end of the month, I'm like, Carly, like what have you you been doing? Like, I need to get through that bag every month, or else I know that my nutrition has been slacking. Yeah, we get 2 bags a month and they're still very empty. I did hear that shipping for the performance packages and Recover should be back in stock tomorrow, the 18th. So if you guys haven't been able to sell the performance packs, they should be back in stock tomorrow. But I've also been telling people Energize is like super discounted this month. I think it's like 29 bucks. I just said, hey, I'm gonna get you like the Shakeology Challenge pack instead. Recover's, you know, out of stock right now, and then I'm just gonna add on Energize. And they're usually fine with that. Oh no, Carla. Do you offer customer and coach options or just coach? I don't know. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Crystal. Oh, are you saying like what I was talking about earlier? Like, I always do like the 2 options, like coach discount option or like the client option. I always give them both options. I think that's what you meant. So do I add all customers into Team Retries? No, only if they sign up as a coach. But if they sign up as like a discount coach and they don't even want to work the business, if they send me their 3 fun facts, or I can get them to like tell me like what they want me to introduce them with, like I introduce them into the team page. And again, I just like wouldn't be like scared or like nervous about like overwhelming them with all the things, because like the things they want to look at, they're going to look at, and the things they don't want to look at, they're not going to look at. Like, I feel like it's fine. That's been my experience. Okay, any other questions? Is there an outline for the new coach mentorship anywhere? Yeah, I can get you guys the outline for the new coach mentorship. So, or Becca and Alexis, do you guys have it on hand? I mean, sorry, Alexis and Crystal, or I know Becca and Lindsay are running one right now too. This is something that I just started with like my new coaches that hit Diamond. I'll just like host a new coach mentorship with them, just kind of help them get into that leadership role and then focus on mentoring their own coaches. But it's super easy. I think when Becca and Lindsay and I first did this, we just like laid out this super simple outline, and it's so simple. Let me see if I can get it. And I think hosting like a new coach mentorship like this every month also kind of helps like maybe some of my older coaches who haven't really engaged or started on the coaching activities to dive in and start like focusing on activities. And again, we do live power hours every Thursday. So like Alexis hosted one last Thursday. I think Crystal's hosting one this Thursday. And again, it's like them going live in the group and literally showing new coaches like how to work their business. Like not like the business activity tracker, but like how like Alexis like crushes it in an hour. And she did it last Thursday for our new coaches, which is super cool. Okay, thanks, Lex. Oh. It's saying the other one is not giving you access. I feel like Google Drive like changed. Oh, here we go. Hold on. Anybody with the link can view it. Okay, here is the tools that I used tonight, along with a link to the new coach checklist if you guys want to use the new coach checklist in your onboarding systems. Does that work? Can you guys see that one? Does that link work? Hopefully it works. Okay, cool. All right, hopefully this was helpful for you guys. Have an amazing night. Bye. I'll get this recording up in the next 24 hours. Bye, guys. Thanks for hopping on.